In digital marketing, Leah, what's your question?
Hi, Leah. How are you?
Good evening. There is a Trump advert running that I believe is false and exaggerated, and I would like you to set the record straight on the age group that would be impacted by your Social Security plan. What are your plans for Social Security?
Thank you for that question. And it's once again, Trump is lying about my record. And I will say this, if you have to lie to win, you don't deserve to win, period. On top of doing all these things that we talked about with the economy, we also have to acknowledge some hard truths. Social Security will go bankrupt in 10 years. Medicare will go bankrupt in 8. Putting our head in the sand is not going to fix that problem. Donald Trump has said he's not going to touch it. Joe Biden said he's not going to touch it. You know what that does? When they leave office, that's a 24% cut for everybody in their benefits. That is unacceptable. The accountant in me says you get in front of an issue. So the first thing we need to do is tell everybody, if you are invested in the system, if you are looking to get something, we're not touching you. America should keep her promises, and we're going to keep that promise to you. But the way we deal with those is we go to those like my kids in their 20s, and we tell them that coming into the system, we're going to have to change the rules for them. We'll have to change the retirement age to reflect life expectancy.
What's the age?
Well, instead of cost of living increases, we'll do increases based on inflation. We'll cap the benefits on the mega wealthy. And we'll expand Medicare Advantage plans, which seniors love, that create more competition. Once we do that, not only can we make sure that you have what you're expecting, but we can also make sure our kids have something so that when their time comes, they've got something there for them. That's the way that we'll take it on. You have to address it. You can't ignore it just for a vote. You've got to just speak hard truths to people, but let them know that we've got a solution as we go forward.
So what's the age? So what's the age?
So let me press you just a little bit, if I could, on part of Leah's question. That is, at what age would Social Security start? You've said 65 is way too low in terms of your future plans.
I didn't say that. I said 65 is way too low for those in their 20s.
In terms of your future plans. In 1935, when Social Security was enacted, the average male lived to be 58, the average woman lived to be 62. The retirement age was 65. So predominantly, most Americans were not expected to ever collect Social Security.
Exactly.
By that metric, with the current average life expectancy of 77, you shouldn't start Social Security until you're 84. So what would be a good age, a reasonable age in your plan for people to start collecting
What's a good
Social
age?
Security?
Well, it would be irresponsible to just throw an age out there.
You don't want to tell anybody.
And then,
You're not an actuarial, but...
No, but accountants also know you have to look at all the numbers. You have to look at exactly what you're dealing with, what the debt is, what you're focused on raising in the process, and how much that's going to cost. I think we've got to do our homework. We've got to do this right, and you can't throw an age out there. What you can say is for those coming up in their 20s, we do know that 65, when you're looking at life expectancy, it's not the same as what it was when they started this. And so we're going to have to figure that out. But the goal is to make sure they have something too. It's not to leave them high and dry. It's to make sure we hold on to the people that are in the system now, and we fix it going forward. When I was governor in South Carolina, we had a pension reform system that was going bankrupt, like so many different states around the country. And what we did is we didn't touch people that were in the system. We went to the new state employees that were coming in and said, we're going to change the rules for you. This is the same thing. And you've got to figure out what those numbers are. But the bottom line is at least we're going to fix it, as opposed to act like it's not a problem. I think that's the problem that's gotten us here. And we also have to get on to Congress. No more raiding Social Security, because they're the ones that keep doing this. They keep spending money that they shouldn't be spending.
I was going to say, you say you have to fix